It's the end of February, and if you like to hunt game birds, now is the time to really help boost their numbers for the fall. They're about to start laying eggs and nesting, and now is when all of us as hunters need to go out and start thinning out the predators and varmints that decrease their populations. From this time of year until basically the beginning of summer, all of these ground nesting birds are very vulnerable to predators and varmints. These birds lay their eggs on the ground, and all it takes is one hog, one raccoon finding this nest, and the nest can be destroyed. If you live where there are hogs, they always should be first on your list, and I'm going to show you a few of the ways I use to help bring them into my stands. A really nice attractor for hogs that's often overlooked is a salt block. These hogs get in here and they roll this block around, and you can see they come in and eat the dirt where the salt leaches into the soil. Really serves as a nice attractor, and of course it's also good for the deer. I've also sunk a big creosote post into the ground, and you can see the hogs get in here and rub around on that. You can see there's rub marks in on the ground down there, and of course they've got it all muddied up all around the edge of it. To help make that an even better attractor, we pour some pig out juice on there. Well, I've been getting some pictures of some hogs, so I'm going to go try and shoot some. I'm heading out for my first evening to hunt, and I'm going to be archery hunting out of one of my stands. It's really important when you're filming in the dark, set your focus before it gets dark. Especially when you're hunting over feeders, you have a good idea what range you'll be filming in. Get that focus set, and then you only have to adjust your ISO to adjust for the light to film what you're trying to film. Well, it sounded like a great hit, but I wasn't sure. I could hear the second hog that ran straight back behind me. He was milling around back there for a while, so I knocked another arrow and I just sat still. About 45 minutes later, that hog came back to the feeder, and I was able to get a shot on it as well. That pig squealed, so I knew I hit it pretty good. I heard it run off, and I heard it fall over and die in the trees back behind me. So I shot 2 hogs last night. My wife just found the first one. Let's see which one it is. Good eyes, baby. For shooting at night, I don't think I could have made a better hit on that. Here's a pig I got with my bow last night. I have to think this is the big one because this is a big pig. He's probably going to be 250 plus pounds. I don't think he has real big teeth. Not big at all there, but it's a giant old hog. I hit him right. I couldn't have hit him better, so that's great for shooting in the dark. Well, so far I haven't found the other one, but you've got to step on them in this stuff. You see how tall it is. All right, well, I just spotted the other one. See, there's my arrow broke off. Got a hog under the trees here. Knew it was quite a bit smaller than the other one. I got a good kill on it. All right, well, here's my second hog from last night. It's a younger boar. Again, very little cutters on him at all. He's just a nice hog. Found my arrow. Looks like I must have punched him in through to the other shoulder, and he snapped it off as he was running over here. But again, made a pretty quick kill on him. He went about 60 yards from my stand. It's a nice hog, good one to take out. But I'm really glad I got a big sow. Hogs are most active at night, so feeder lights are really critical to getting more hogs put down. Using these sportsman's lights from Elusive Wildlife, you're able to get a great view at night, and it doesn't spook the hogs at all. You can shoot hogs with a regular rifle scope using these kinds of lights. Another important part of your predator and varmint control are raccoons. Raccoons are serious nest raiders, so you definitely want to be capturing those and thinning them out as best you can. I'm going to be setting up some leg traps for raccoons, and I'll show you how I use a ferruling tool to attach those. So these are some standard leg traps that you can catch the raccoons when they reach in. On the end of this, I attach a 6-foot ferruling cable. It's just a steel cable. Then I use a ferruling tool and I crimp it down. And you make a loop on the other end big enough that you can slide the trap through it. Then you can just wrap it around a tree. You can wrap it around your feeder, anything that's a stationary object. Then the coon is stuck there and you're able to come check the traps later. To set these traps, you have to use your kung fu grip, and you've got to get this bar into the trigger mechanism down here. You pop the trigger onto there, then you can clamp it in the ground and you just drop some bait in there. I like using mini marshmallows, especially new packs. They smell really strong and the raccoons will sure come to it. I also rub one around the edge, get a little scent on there. It seems to bring them in. The marshmallows don't fall in where you want them to, reach in there with a little stick and just kind of steer them around so they're in underneath the trigger. Raccoon reaches in, grabs it, makes a fist, sets that trigger off. All right, well, raccoon number 1 is in the books. I will get him dispatched and we will get him hauled out of here and get the trap reset. Well, it's definitely a youngster, but they all will rob nests and eat eggs, so we'll get rid of this little guy. Had 2 inches of rain last night, so I got to go out and rebait all my raccoon traps. Looks like I've got raccoon number 2 here. We'll get him put down and get him cleared out of here. Well, he's a little fellow, but they all eat eggs. Well, another day, another coon. As you can see, these leg traps really work. I'll get this guy put down and get him out of here. Well, just days after I finished filming this, I'm already getting more pictures of hogs, raccoons, and even a bobcat. The war against varmints and predators just never ends. In closing, if you want to have more game birds to hunt, or if you just want to help the quail and pheasant populations rebound, this is the time between now and summer that you need to get out and thin out the varmints and predators. And never forget, there's never a wrong time to shoot coyotes or hogs. Thanks for watching, and if you don't already, I hope you will learn to practice gratitude for all the great things you have in your life.